And we're here. Good morning, everyone. It's 8 a.m. in the great state of misery. And I need to adjust my sound settings. I'm using the wrong thing. Click. Click. Let me see if that fixed it. Alright, it fixed it. So I've been fiddling around with the volume settings in this game, and apparently the background music for the main menu is obnoxiously loud, no matter what I do. And it's not tied to the BGM volume command. Changing the BGM volume setting does nothing to lower the audio. So I'm just gonna mute the main menu while I'm talking, so it doesn't, overwhelm my voice. So let's load into the game. And do some side quests before continuing on with the main quest. I think I can pull up the I can't pull up the console while I'm loading. All right, so let's just oops, accidentally punched the thing. All right, so let's just set it back to, I guess, 1. There we go. So now we can hear again. I'll probably just have to mute the game audio when I'm in the main menu. I'll just re-enable it when I'm in game. Otherwise, I'll have to talk very loudly over the music. Let me see. Quest log. Yes, I have to retrieve a pack of werewolf blood. Okay. So that involves going to the hospital across the street. All right. So we're gonna head there. Actually, hold on. What other stuff? Jump in the bale. Oh, I need to report back to Arthur as well. Yeah, let's do that now. Arthur Kilpatrick's on the other side of this area. This area is actually very small. I love how they built the level to make it look bigger than it actually is. This map is actually very tiny by, I guess, 2020 standards. But then again, this game was released in 2004, and you didn't have very powerful computers back then compared to what we have now. All right, Arthur, pay me.
Hey there, Slick.
If you're new to town or
Hey, I've got some info about Muddy.
So what'd you find out about Muddy?
He fled someplace downtown.
All right, then. I'll have to call in some bounty hunters to help me find Muddy and a couple of other jumpers. Thanks for all your help.
caller, you've got the
No problem, but how about that money you promised me?
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Here you are.
Thanks.
See you around, then. If you ever find yourself or a loved one locked up, please call.
I will, later. Alright, so we got, let's see, the quest isn't complete. It's basically gonna progress when we get to downtown. Skyline Apartments 2A, which is, I think, I don't know if we would be given apartment 4, I believe, for our improved haven. Ooh, what's this? Interesting. Kilpatrick's bail bonds, the price of freedom. Apparently, we can use this? That's interesting. Email, hack. We're not leaked enough to hack this. Difficulty 3, huh?
Arrivederci, Vigo. Caller 2, you're on.
Oh, I'm tempted to invest some points to hacking. Ooh. So 4. Should I? You know what? I'm curious. Let's upgrade our wits, which improves combat defense and hacking. Accept.
Night a rerun? Caller number
Email.
3, what's keeping you?
Hacking. Freedom. Huh, that's weird. Your father. Arthur, your father wanted me to write to you to tell you that he has a boil that is 3 inches across. You really need to come visit and see this thing. Love, Mom. Okay, that's weird. Bonds.
You've got our undivided attention.
All right. As we all know, the Americans established a moon base back in the late 70s. That's no
There's a conspiracy theorist like ranting on the radio right now.
Not for resources, but for artifacts.
Muddy.
Well,
I don't want to know why he's called Muddy.
conducting space missions. You know why? I'll tell you why. The reason is because the Chinese are trying to stop the Americans from finding an ancient space probe sent by the Beta Centaurians. And why? Because the Beta Centaurians are giving space technology to the Chinese to get back at the Andromedans, aka the Greys, for giving space technology to the Americans in the 50s.
Fascinating.
The American government's been putting more money into space. Don't you see what's happening? I can't believe I'm the only one that's figured it out. Am I the only person alive that can see what's going on? It's because the Andromedans and the Betas are going to be fighting their war in this galaxy through us, Deb. And the American people, the people of Earth, you people, cannot let this happen. It's Move versus Atlantis all over again.
Thank you, Gomez, and that concludes the news portion of the show. Well, this girl's got to pay her
The
bills,
subtitles
so
are wrong.
But don't go anywhere. I'm just getting warmed up. Should I say hot?
Friggin' chicken recently.
Oh, it was just the subtitles was just were just too fast. So the funny thing about that conspiracy theorist Gomez is that in one of his later calls to Deb of Night, he actually spoils the entire plot of the game, Vampire Bloodlines. Like he figures out the entire plot, but he's too fucking insane to to realize it.
Lovely evening.
Anyway, actually I need to fill up my blood pool, so I'm gonna go to the asylum. Probably go through the main quest for a bit before side questing again. Because the asylum is part of the main quest of this part of the game. And that's where we meet this person.
Ooh, what do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? You smell new, little boy, like fabric softener dew on freshly mowed astroturf. I'm not frightening you, am I, duckling?
Alright, so this is actually pretty fucking loud, so I'm gonna lower it to half volume. So, for those of you who are too zoomer to understand this reference, Jeanette is basically dressed like Britney Spears, who was a pop star in my time. Who are you?
I'm the finger down your spine when all the lights are out, and the name on all the men's room walls. When I pout, the whole world tries to make me smile, and everyone always wants to know who is that girl.
Do you have a name?
I am Jeanette, and this bit of chaos crammed in a certifiable giggle is my club. I just love to give you funny feelings all night, sweetheart, but I really must trouble with some business. We'll reunite sweet and soon, I promise.
Soon can't come soon enough. Goodbye. Yeah, she's dressed like Britney Spears in one of her music videos. I can't remember which one. Alright, so this is one of the blood dolls that you can feed from. A blood doll is a mortal who willingly gives their blood to a vampire. Usually in exchange for money, services, or just the pleasure of the kiss. Thought you were somebody else, excuse me. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, I didn't put any points in subterfuge. I'm a fucking idiot. Oops. Anyway, Mercurio has told you about a warehouse being used by the Sabbat. It must be infiltrated. That's odd. Where the hell is Nox? He should be here. Is he on the second floor? Oh, there he is. And they moved him to the second floor.
Hey, man.
Hey, Nox, what's going on?
Yeah, not much. Just waiting around for my master.
How's your mission going?
Oh, man, not good. That's why I'm waiting to talk to him.
Why don't you tell me who he is?
Okay. I guess I can tell you about it. Oh, man, his name's Bertram Tung. He's a Nosferatu.
No kidding! Small world. I'm looking for him.
Oh, man, I I wish I knew where he was. I'm getting antsy waiting around for him. I need to tell him some stuff, you know? I don't know where he is or stays or anything. Oh, man, every neat me just, you know, appears.
Before I continue, I need to test something. BGM volume 0. Yep, it does nothing. All the sounds are tied to one setting, unlike other Source games where you can manually control the sounds. Like in Dota, there's game sounds, voices, I think music, voice chat, etc. Whereas this one, it's just one setting, and the music is obnoxiously loud. I guess that makes sense because, you know, we are in a club. But it kind of makes it difficult for y'all to hear me talk. So I'll probably have to bind the key to lower the volume when I'm in a club area. Or I can just talk over them, just talk louder, whatever. What did you need to tell him?
Oh, man. Wow. Bertram had been keeping an eye on this Asian dude who's been poking around Santa Monica. Bertram thought he might be a vampire or something like a vampire. I don't know.
So what's the problem?
Oh, man, this guy, this thing got wise to me. Now, instead of me watching him, he's watching me, you know? You see this guy appear around me all the time, like up in the distance watching me warp up next to me. Oh, man.
Something about your story is a little off, Knox. So that's what I get for having inspection 3. Here it is. So I pumped up my perception.
Oh, what are you saying?
Look, Knox, tell the truth and I might help you.
What? How did you know? Look. Oh, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, why should I tell you anything, huh? I mean, you're not being straight with me.
I am.
Okay. Damn it, Knox. Damn. Man, all right, look. I messed up, okay? I'm just doing what I was told, though.
Continue.
Bertram knew you were coming. Knew you'd come by here. He planted me and told me what to say about the Asian vamp, but it's true. I swear. And everything else is true, too. This Asian guy needs to be taken out. I can't do it, so Bertram needs you to.
You could have just asked me.
He can't stick his neck out like that. He doesn't deal directly. His way, I guess. So can you do it?
I don't know. Why would I want to do you a favor after this?
Seriously, no, really. This thing is here and it's bad news for all of us. Bertram says there could be an army of them show up any day unless we show him we mean business.
Fine, I'll take care of it.
Hell yeah! Right on! Okay, like I said, he's some kind of Asian vampire thing, you know? The only clue I got is this driver's license that he dropped once while I was tailing him. He's so freaked out that I haven't even had a chance to check it out.
Driver's license? Shouldn't I tell you who he is?
No. The picture on the license isn't him. I don't know why he had it, but, well, it might help you find out where he is and what he's doing. Here, take it.
Alright, I'll take care of it.
Right on! Just come back and let me get the job done so I can stop freaking out. Maybe I'll see Bertram by then.
Alright, see ya. Alright, so we have a thing. The driver's license. A California driver's license. The name of the license is Virgil Crumb. Okay, so, I already know what to do about this. So, L. He has given you a license in the hopes it'll provide some useful information. So, let's go back to Arthur Kilpatrick's place. And we're gonna look up Virgil Crumb's entry in his crime-puter. I mean, both of these quests will lead us to the hospital anyway. I know he's already in the morgue, but I think I need to... I'm not sure if his body spawns in the morgue until I do this. Alright, so I think A to F. Oh,
If you're new to
A to
town,
F.
just
Oh,
new to this
damn it.
radio thing, you're listening to
There he is, Crumb
The only girl
V.
who'll spend the night with you and lose.
Virgil Crumb, bond written, March 25, 2002. 2 counts public disturbance. Drunk and nudity. Case number 766141. Bond amount $5,000. Type of bond, cash, paid in full. Notes, local, void. Subject's corpse identified, being held at medical clinic morgue. Authorities notifying next of kin.
Vigo, why are you up so late?
I'm not sure if Virgil, I know there was a character in Arcanum, the first companion you ever get, Virgil. I don't know if his name was Virgil Crumb or something else. But he was pretty useful. He was a member of the Panari religion, and he was kind of like a cleric equivalent. He had access to white necromancy, and he could fight a bit. Guy in the picture is definitely not Asian. I mean, you never know. I mean, he could have, he could have been born in Asia. Yeah. So anyway, oh yeah, I can just enter through here. Blood bank. I already have the key anyway. So let's go here. And I believe the morgue is here, but it's locked. Gasp. So we have to do something else. I don't know how you ever figure out how to infiltrate it, but I've done this already. Just pretty much open every area. And the way to do it is to just go upstairs. Oh no, we can actually go downstairs to the blood bank area. There's like a hole in the laundry room. Yes, there is. We can just grab this wall open. And what is this? Morgue. Ah, here's the morgue. There he is. That's the dead guy. Item. The driver's license. There he is. He dead. And these are his stuff, I believe. You know a lot about World of Darkness, I'm impressed. And then there's the Praise the Sun emote. Hi there, gamers. Yeah, I've been playing for a while. I'm what is called a Vorthos in Magic the Gathering lore. Or rather, I don't know if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering. But basically, I'm a combination of a Spike and Vorthos. I'm a tryhard who is also very, very into the lore. If you're reading this, you are not dead. You discovered I'm undead. Gasp. Cadavers. Let's see. Hacking. I am the hacker known as 4chan. Cowbell. Beep. Crumb V. Locker 3A. October 19, 2004. Subject died from heart failure. Personal items in storage B. I mean, yeah. Alright, so while we're at it, I guess let's go upstairs and unlock that door to get through. Yep, here it is. And the door's open. So now let's do the werewolf blood quest. I actually need to feed. Should I up my subterfuge or just try to eat someone here? Email. 4. Strange blood sample. Hey Daddy, we received an interesting blood sample from someone over at the Sun. I guess some freak told them it was werewolf blood. Can you believe that shit? Anyway, they're paying us to run the numbers, so could you do it in your next shift? Many thanks, F-Dog. It's a card game, not much more. Yeah. It's basically the first collectible card game and the grandfather of games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and everything else. And the game has multiple demographic appeal, and the developers, Wizards of the Coast, are fully aware of this. Like they have like 3 main psychographic profiles for the players and 2 for aesthetics. Like, Spike is the tryhard, Johnny is the guy who likes to do cool things, Timmy is the guy who just likes to have fun, Vorthos is the guy who likes the lore, and Melvin is the guy who likes the mechanics. So I'm a guy who likes the lore and likes to win. So like the Ventrue, blood test. Oh, hold on. 5. How the hell am I supposed to know what you're testing for? Get creative. It's really not a big deal, but just see if there's anything strange about it. 6. Oh yeah, sorry. The sample is in the electronic cabinet in controlled substances. By the way, you down for some hoops this weekend? Jesus, do you know anything? I had Phil change the password a few hours ago. The new password is the name of Malcolm's dirty little secret. Oops, did I say that? You better delete this thing when you're done reading it. See you at the park on Saturday morning. F-dog. So Malcolm's dirty little secret is that he is cheating on his wife with a woman named Paige. That's our clue. You can actually blackmail him about it to get some money for it, but you know, I'm a nice person, so I'd rather not do that. Alright. Uh-oh. Let's talk to the guard here.
This area is for hospital staff only.
I'm here to fix the network. Nurse downstairs told me to talk to you.
Yeah, she called. I don't remember hearing anything about computer problems, but you'd know better than I would.
Greetings, neonate. May I ask from what clan your blood flows? Is that directed to me? I'm a Ventru. Thanks. Persuasion. Alright, so here we go. I think controlled substances door. What's it? Page? Oh no, it's not. Let's try hacking. Oh no. I'm not hacker enough. I think there was a note here you can find so you can see what the damn it, where is it? Maintenance. Control. Did they change the layout on this? No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Hey, Jason, can you reset Malcolm's password for me? He wants to set to Panacea. Yeah, I know, there's no way to do so. So, kinda, you know, a dick move, but, you know. I mean, that's probably the good thing to persuade them to, you know, hey, you've been naughty, my dude, so stop doing that. I don't know if you've watched me play Neverwinter Nights, but I pretty much play lawful good type characters. Even in Vampire, I tend to play like Humanity 7 vampires. That doesn't mean I'm, you know, a kind of a, you know, kitty despite my avatar. I mean, you do what you gotta do. Oh, it's not it. Is that a CS cabinet? Oh, Panacea was... Okay, how do I discover the thing here? Let me talk to this guy again. Oh, what is this? Maintenance room key.
You can let yourself out.
I need access to your controlled substances room.
Sorry, that's off limits.
If I don't fix it right now, you could have some serious security risks.
All right, I'll get the door for you.
Persuasion. Ah, the clan of princes and leaders. I do hope your other nears do not abuse your clan weakness for a prank. And you, the other guy, Romal, is leaning towards chaotic good. I do hope for you, damn phone. What? Did you... It looks like you got cut off typing that. Let me see. Oh, right. I think there was a thing here. Click. Oh, I remember this now. Then, I can go through here. Oh, I'm getting hungry. And I believe there is a note here you can read which tells you the password, I think. Malcolm's office. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, this was another way to unlock this door. Alright, let's go here again. See if he has any new emails. He has none. Alright, so... I'd really rather not look up a spoiler to find out what the thing is. So let me go back upstairs. Oh no, I have to go back up here. I think I have to open the cabinet. CS cabinet. Panacea. No, page. We did it! We did it, Reddit! Unlocked. So now it enabled the camera for our security. And I believe we have to turn off the camera here. Camera. Let's hack it. Yes! My meager hacking skills are good enough for this. Camera 1. Controlled substances camera disabled. For security purposes, all other cameras have automatically been enabled. Yeah, we did it! So now we can go here, inside. Open this thing. And there's a werewolf blood. And on our way out, I guess we'll just grab a bite from this guy. Nom. Oh shit! I was reading your chat. I forgot. Oh no! Alright, give me a few minutes while I angst over accidentally ending this mortal's life. That's not very lawful goodish of me. Spiked blood bags, courtesy. With rat blood as a prank. If you're in tabletop, blood bags actually do not work as a good source of blood because by tabletop rules the blood has to be fresh, and blood stored in blood bags are, I think, a lot less effective than blood freshly taken from a donor. So I guess that works. But I mainly play Ventrue because I actually am a fan of the Ventrue in Vampire the Requiem, not in Vampire the Masquerade. And I don't know if you're familiar with Requiem, but they basically merged Malkavian and Ventrue into one clan. They pared down the 13 clans into 5 clans, and instead of 2 main sects fighting, the Camarilla and the Sabbat, there are now 5 covenants. So 5 clans, 5 covenants, for 25 unique combinations. Where was I? So, license plate. So what was it? So Foxy Box's key, Malcolm's office key, and then I need to put the thing in my mailbox. Yeah, I'm one of those, I guess, rare people online who actually prefers the lore of Requiem over Masquerade. Like, it's pretty much hard to find someone who says that the mechanics of Masquerade is superior, because the mechanics of Masquerade is a freaking train wreck. It's really, really, really bad compared to Requiem. I did notice that in Vampire the Masquerade version 5, they borrowed a lot of stuff from Requiem, like blood potency and I guess how Thin Bloods work. So they are aware that the mechanics were a train wreck. Like I remember role playing back almost 20 years ago in Vampire the Masquerade Revised Edition, and our coterie was ambushed by this group of mortals wearing body armor. They weren't vampires; they were just mortals with automatic weapons. And it took us the entire day, like I think 5 hours, to resolve that one combat. Because for every attack you make an attack roll. They make a dodge roll. You make a damage roll. They make a soak roll, which is really, really obnoxious. 4 rolls divided between 2 people, you and the storyteller, just to resolve one attack. Now, if you know anything about Vampire the Masquerade, you can have multiple attacks. You can split your dice. You can use celerity, and it gets ridiculous after that. So it takes forever to resolve attacks, whereas in Vampire the Requiem and the New World of Darkness, or aka the Chronicles of Darkness, you make one attack roll versus their defense, like in D&D. It's much, much faster. It accomplishes the same thing, but it speeds things up dramatically. Also, another thing they borrowed is that in the old World of Darkness, you roll dice against the target difficulty. Now the target is always 6. In the New World of Darkness, the target is always 8. So 8 is always a success, no matter what. Unless I think you're rolling for a chance roll, in which case only a 10 is a success. So That's basically it. It's 6 always, so you don't have to figure out the difficulty. It's always 6. And the difficulty is now the number of successes you need to roll, which is basically how it works in Vampire the Requiem. If you have a difficulty 5 task, you have to roll 5 successes against, target number 8. It's always 8 or 6 in the new Vampire. Yep, pretty much. I've noticed we're split between lore. Like some of you like Masquerade lore, some like Requiem lore, but pretty much no one says, "Hey, the Masquerade mechanics are better," because those people are crazy. Anyway, moving on. Email, ding. Nicely done. Your assistance was much appreciated in regards to the werewolf blood. Please find your payment in the mailbox if you haven't already done so. Yeah, money. Excuse me. So did they get XP? I have 6 XP. Like $150 for a few minutes work. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty much night and day. It's kind of like D&D 2nd edition versus like later editions. Like Thaco. Explain Thaco to a newcomer. Go ahead, do it. And explain how the attribute scores don't make sense. You have to consult various tables for each ability score: strength, dexterity, constitution, int, wisdom, and charisma. Whereas the streamlined versions that were found in 3rd, 4th, and 5th edition, yeah, it's a freaking train wreck. No one actually will. They may prefer the lore of the earlier editions, but no one's actually gonna say, yeah, the mechanics were better, because they were not. Let me see. We're gonna go to Foxy. Do I want to do that now? Because do I have enough combat to not get killed to death? Yeah, screw it. Let's do this. We're gonna be triggering a fight here. So, Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's find out if I can actually stand up to him. Now, what weapons do I... Oh, wrong button. I have a tire iron. Yeah, that sucks. So we're just gonna punch him to death. That defeating this guy will give us a Shingunto, which is like a mall ninja katana. So let's hack into his stuff first. Reports. Temple of Golden Virtue progress reports. This guy's totally not a spy. October 12, 2004. Report 1. My initial observations of the city indicate that the K-Knights here are both scattered and unorganized. There are 3 individuals of note, but they seem to be involved in some sort of dispute. I shall continue to watch and listen. The 3 individuals he is speaking of are Sisters Voermann, Jeanette Voermann, and Bertram Tung. Report 2. These K-Knights are a curious and fragile race. They waste the gift of their immortality on petty schemings and fleshly gain. We will have little problem making the city our own. Report 3. It seems that my presence here has been noted by one of the K-Knights, a Nosferatu I believe they are called. He has entrusted the responsibility of my surveillance to a bumbling mortal fool. I have begun to follow this so-called spy, a small amusing respite from my usual duties. 10/23/04. I have drawn the attention of a newcomer, an agent of the prince, who has discovered the corpse of Virgil Crumb. I know very little about this individual, but they seem much more resourceful than most K-Knights I have observed. I will prepare myself in the event that our paths cross, because an altercation seems imminent. If I do not survive, I let my last report state that Santa Monica is ripe for the taking. We'll find little resistance if we come in force. So lore is better, but mechanics were hell. You find it said this game didn't have Diablerie and all the paths of the disciplines. Yeah, I mean, this game was rushed as hell. Like they tried to release it. I think. Let me see if I remember my history right. Like this game was released on the same day or one day after Half-Life 2. So Gabe Newell, I think, forbade them from releasing before Half-Life 2. So they built this game on a beta version of the source engine and basically released it very near Half-Life 2. So a lot of things were rushed. Like in the retail version, in some cases you couldn't even complete the game because after rescuing Dr. Johansson, the game would crash and there was no way to finish the game. Also, there were a lot of bugs, and I mean a lot of bugs. Wesp has done a lot of good work making this game playable. I mean, just getting this game to a playable state is a feat in and of itself. Not to mention all the things he restored. Alright, so let me see what my hotkeys are. 5, 6, and 8. Alright. 5, 6, 8, and 3. Alright. Fight! I'm just gonna bait him. Let's see if I can try. Yep. 3. Yep, I got him stuck. Oh, I can't attack right away. Ow. Oh, he's glitching out. Okay, whatever. This what the hell's wrong with him? I can't hit him. Ah, son of a bitch. I'll just shoot him, I guess. Oh my goodness, there's so little damage. See? I told you about the bugs. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Alright, so let's switch to that weapon. I think that's a much better weapon than our fists. Actually, let me see how much better it is. Damage potential 20, damage potential 16. Yeah. But it does deal lethal damage though, so you know, that's I guess better. Whatever. Alright, so let me actually switch. So about this game, it's actually dangerous to leave your ranged weapon equipped because sometimes when loading, the game sends an attack command just to shoot just one bullet at wherever you're pointing, and that can cause the cops to come or just blow your cover. So that's one thing I've learned over years of playing this game. That's just one of the many bugs in this game. Oh, they basically nerfed guns a lot in this game, and I don't think it's so much nerfing as the fact that they don't let you buy they don't even let you buy a shotgun at the start of the game. Like if you had a shotgun at the start of the game, that would make a lot of fights a lot easier. And yeah, they basically tied firearms to your perception and firearm skill. So if you don't have so basically having 10 firearms, like 5 firearms and 5 persuasion, you basically become a normal FPS character. Without those skills, your aim is very jittery and your damage is very low. Let me do I want to put points in subterfuge? Yeah, sure, let's do it. There we go. Let me see if I can seduce her now.
Hi.
Aren't you that actress? Oh, what's her name?
You think I'm really?
I'll say it again, but this time I'll whisper it in your ear. Let me show you pleasure unlike you've ever experienced. For the record, I do not approach women that way. That's really cheesy and corny. I'm gonna assume it's just my vampire powers, working its magic on her. So for having 3 seduction, you basically get to fill up your tank on these 2 blood dolls. Here's slating.
Sheesh, is this place always so dead?
I'm here now, so the party has officially started.
Really? And what are you bringing to the party, huh? Got anything I can't get out in Arizona? Everyone at this place is so straight edge.
I mean, I'm straight edge too. Drugs? I don't need drugs, but I can share my ecstasy with you.
Now you've got me curious.
Come here and I'll show you why it killed the cat. Oh no, don't kill me, I'm a cat.
Wanna come play with me?
Oh yes, all night long. Nom. So I actually need to pay attention to the game, so I don't accidentally kill my vessels. Oh, down to 99.
Dude, you do that thing yet?
I did. You don't have to worry about it anymore, and you should get rid of this.
Right on, man! Yes! Hey, I'm sorry again for what happened before. Still haven't heard anything from Bertram. I'll let him know about how good you did and about how you were cool about everything. Yeah, man.
Any idea what that thing was?
Bertram said it's like a vampire.
It's a Kuei-Jin,
You know? It's
the
like
kindred
what
of the
they have in
East.
China instead of vampires. He said lots of them have been coming to California for some reason. I don't know.
That's interesting. I'd better be going. So Kuei-Jin mechanically are similar to Sin Eaters in terms of lore, they're similar to Sin Eaters. Like they die and then they return to their corpse. Oh right, I have to talk to this guy first.
Get something for you, Chief.
I'm looking. Oh, apparently they added a dialogue option here because they removed Knox from his usual place. I'm looking for a guy named Knox. Heavy-set, longish hair.
Yeah, he's usually around here somewhere. Look for a guy that doesn't look like he has any business being here. That's Knox.
I'm looking for Therese. Know where I can find her?
Therese? She's upstairs. She said she has business to attend to, but I can hear her and Jeanette bickering from here. Why do you need to see her?
I called earlier about the bartending job they need to fill right away.
What? Are you serious? I've worked for that bitch the last 15 years. Now she's replacing me? Well, you can go take the elevator over there and tell her she can kiss my ass. I'm out of here.
Sorry I had to be the one to tell you. Bye. Well, he doesn't actually leave. Ding. So now time for the main quest. The funny thing though is that once you get to Hollywood, the guns become so powerful and the enemies also powerful that guns are actually the main way to, get through the game.
Last time I looked, it was called Santa Monica, not stuck up bitch. So vulgar. I can't even look at you sometimes. Jessica. Oh, Therese, you really do paint a flattering portrait of me with your turn-of-the-century barb. I always assumed you could do nothing.
I really like the sound in the Source Engine games. Like you can go up here and you can hear them better.
Concealing that dirty, diseased mind.
But then we have subtitles. We don't have to strain our ears.
Let's see who is without sin past the fierce tone. Go ahead.
I'm gonna read this newspaper pretending not to pay attention.
Make fun of my ways. It's just you. You're just one big joke. Don't you call me that. Should I start calling a duck a pig as well? I'm your sister. How can you treat me like this? That's it, Jeanette. Run away from the truth. I'll take care of everything, as always.
Unlocked.
Please, come in. I do apologize for my sister's crassness if it made you uncomfortable. She's unabashedly scandalous, but in the club business, I suppose that kind of personality's a necessary evil.
Where is she?
She's got issues she's still trying to get over, and so she's locked herself in the bathroom. Jealousy, really. You see, I was the family favorite, and I'm the successful one, and as you may have noticed, she's obviously starved for attention.
Are you Therese?
Sisters Voermann, yes. I'm the proprietor of this club, and the only person in this city whose good side it's in your best interest to stay on. What brings you to Santa Monica?
I need you to call off the feud with Bertram Tongue.
Tongue's exile is self-imposed, I assure you. But then, what reason would I have not to hate that loathsome Nosferatu scoundrel? Bloody Nosferatu. They're so unclean.
Why do you hate him?
He meddles in my affairs. He's a bad influence on my sister, and she on him. If you were in my place, would you let him compromise your authority? You most certainly would not. I'd quite like it if I never had to hear that name again.
Then can you put out the word that you've got no feud with him?
Why would I do that? Let him think I mean to kill him. That way I don't have to worry about him sabotaging everything. Do you realize how his subterfuge makes me look to the Camarilla?
And that's unfortunate, but I do need to see him.
Tongue and his co-conspirators' actions ruined my chance at partnership in a crucial piece of property. I do have several other promising ventures, and one in particular has been, to say the least, an ordeal. I'd be willing to put the word out that my grievances with Tongue have been swept under the rug, but in return, you'll have to help me remove a particularly burdensome spirit from a property I'm looking to invest in.
A spirit? You mean a ghost?
Oh, I forgot. You're still new to this. Allow me to break you in. Yes, ghosts exist. Werewolves, mummies, and I'd expect a whole lot of other things I've never seen share the night with us.
Wraith the Oblivion, Werewolf the Apocalypse, and Mummy the Resurrection. Yeah, or was it Mummy the something? I know in the New World of Darkness, it's Geist the Sin Eaters, Werewolf the Forsaken, and Mummy the something, Mummy the Curse, I think. Sure, I'll do it. What do I have to do to get rid of the ghost?
Rumor is that a personal item of a ghost's may be used to draw it out or excise it from its haunt. While I don't put a lot of stock in hearsay, it's my last option. So I want you to go to the Ocean House Hotel, find an item of the spirits, and bring it back.
We're going to The Shining. I'll do it if you promise to call off the feud.
Oh, I fully intend to do so. You'll find that dealing with me on the whole is appreciably more predictable than dealing with some of the egomaniacs that are my peers. So long as our business doesn't go sour, my word is gold.
I can appreciate that, and I appreciate it. I can respect it, and I appreciate it. Goodbye.
Before I forget, take this. The only way to reach the Ocean House this time of night is through a tunnel in the sewers. You'll need that key to open the gate for that tunnel.
If that's what it takes to get the job done.
If you'll excuse me, I've got situations to set straight.
Right, goodbye. This is obviously a contrived way to, make us use the sewer systems to get around town.
Disgusting.
I assume that's their dad, and this is, that's Therese, and that's Jeanette. Alright, so let's go to the sewers. We're gonna be like Ninja Turtles. No. No, they do not. Well, it depends. How do I say this? If you're talking about the old World of Darkness, no. Because from a werewolf's perspective, vampires basically are worm-tainted creatures. I don't know if you're familiar with the vampire lore. Werewolf lore. They basically have these three forces or gods: the Weaver, the Wild, and the Worm. The Wild is basically, life, the Worm is death, and the Weaver is, I guess, technology? I'm just grossly oversimplifying that. Basically, humans are, I guess, the children of the Weaver. Werewolves are of the Wild. And then the Worm, that's basically, their evil thingy. I'm not that well versed in werewolf lore, but I at least know their trinity. Now, there are some werewolves who fall to the Worm, basically the dark side. And there are werewolves who deliberately, engage with the Weaver. Like, what are they called? The Glasswalkers. The Glasswalkers are werewolves who are well known for using technology instead of forsaking it. In the New World of Darkness, there is no enmity between werewolves, vampires, mages, or anything. It just depends on a case-to-case basis. Werewolves are still mortals. So if they see a vampire, eating other mortals, they're gonna say, "Hey, this guy's an asshole. I need to take him out." But they're not necessarily enemies anymore. They're not automatically enemies, and they still have to worry about their own version of humanity called harmony. Right, so there's the hotel. We're gonna grab the key from here. There it is. Oh no, I'm locked in. They tried to demolish the shed, but but it wasn't strong enough. There we go. I hate this place because I fucking hate jump scares. I have very sensitive ears. Boom. But I've played this more than once, so Actually, gangrel don't necessarily live in the wild. It's just, it's on a case-to-case basis. I guess they have the easiest time living in the wild because of their discipline quotient. Oh, Let's follow Milady. Open this one here. I think I need to break this here. Newspaper. Hotel Hell. Child severed head found in hotel laundry room. That's our next clue. Like, there's even a bloodline of vampires who are basically unawakened werewolves who were embraced before they could, become werewolves. They're called the Dead Wolves, and they're primarily based in Mexico. And they have powers of both vampires and werewolves. Okay, so I remember this place. I need to turn on the boiler and carefully make my way back. Yep, there we go. I haven't taken any damage yet. Yeah, I dodged everything. Oop. Yeah, I don't think I can avoid. Yeah, I can avoid that. See if I can 40 shoot my way out. 40 shoot. Oh yeah, I can avoid it. Yeah, we did it. So in this place, if you're careful enough and patient enough, you can actually die from anything. All right, so we need to go upstairs. It's very lopsided though, the animosity between werewolves and vampires. The vampires don't know why the werewolves hate them. And the werewolves, from their perspective, they just see vampires as monsters. They can sense that vampires are monsters. A newly created werewolf can just decimate an entire vampire coterie. But werewolves are still mortals. So pretty much vampires will outlive them. And the oldest vampires can pretty much take out entire werewolf tribes. Another body. Police say a second child was chopped up like firewood. I think that's not the place, it's this one. It's here. Nope, it's not it. Get out! Upstairs room. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. Did they blood heal? Yeah, hold on. Blood heal. Here's a clue here. Hey, the dad's a psycho. Oops. Dad's a psycho. Hey, there's a ghost lady telling me where to go. Thanks, ghost waifu. Open. Break this. Murder-suicide. Ocean House killer possibly responsible for Inferno. So now we have to go here. I think. I don't know how you're supposed to figure all this out. It's like, I guess, video game logic. Why would you ever do this? You just have to go trial and error to even figure this out. The diary. So let's read the diary. This is the charred remains of what looks like a diary. So that's May 30, 1958. Just arrived here at the Ocean House. We have a week-long holiday here in Santa Monica, and Ed has booked us a room for the hotel's grand opening. It's a wonderful place, almost magical. The children have been swimming all afternoon. They should only be using 2 digits, because at the time, the convention was to use only 2 digits. They weren't aware of the Y2K bug back then. At least not in, it wasn't popular knowledge, I guess. The first 2 days have been almost perfect, except that Ed can't seem to stop asking about the locket I received from my mother. He seems to think it was sent to me by some other admirer. Ed can be sweet, but sometimes his jealousy can get the better of him. Hopefully he'll feel better tomorrow. Sun is out today, not a cloud in the sky. Ed seems a little on edge, keeps guessing as to who my new boyfriend is, silly Ed. There was a picnic for the hotel guests this morning. Quite a grand affair. Ed is in a dark mood. I don't know what I can do to reassure him that he is my one and only love. The only time he seemed to brighten up was when he was speaking to the groundskeeper, boys and their tools. Uh-oh. We only have 2 days left, and thank God we're finally going home. Ed won't speak to me or the children, and I've found him more than once in the bathroom, holding the locket and staring at it. I'm afraid he suffered some sort of breakdown. I've told him we can go home, but he just shakes his head. He won't look at me. I just want to go home. Ed left early this morning. I haven't seen him since. If I haven't seen him in another hour, I'm going to call the hotel manager. Against my better wishes, Ed Jr. went to look for him downstairs in the basement. I'm going to send Tiffany down to fetch him. Wait, someone is knocking at the door. I love this. Like, you know, she keeps writing. Oh my God, Ed covered in blood coming to kill me. He locked myself in the bathroom. He's gone crazy. He keeps shouting, "We'll be together forever. He'll never let me go. Someone please help." The writing trails off the end of the page. Like, they kept dictating or writing while they were being killed. Venture rat blood or do it in a session. I mean, in this game, no, you just vomit it up. In actual PNP, I actually, you know, I don't have my characters eat animals, even non-Ventru. Of course, in Requiem, the Ventru clan weakness is a lot different because they merged Malkavian and Ventru into one clan. In Masquerade, I mean, I didn't really play a Ventru. I played more La Sombra and Malkavian. But yeah, even then, they didn't eat animals. Because people are much better. Music. So I'm just gonna stand here while waiting for this cutscene to conclude. He's coming. Ooh. Come on, I don't have all day. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Let's go here. Now, the lack of music makes this level extra spoopy. Break this. Oh no! Instant death thingy. I love how if you haven't played this before, you just can get taken, you know, by surprise by that and just instantly die. Keep looking. Yeah, I will, milady. Is that it? I can't. Oh. I think this is where we get the... Ah, there it is. The dodge book. Let's read that. Ding. Oh, heck. I clicked on it before I read... Anyway, it was this lady who dodged knives. So we now have Combat Defense 3. Yeah! And now let's read this newspaper. Murders unsolved. Mother or father could have been Ocean House killer. It was the dad. It was the dad. Either play Tremere or Bruja. Yeah, they're pretty cool, I suppose. What's this? Oops. So, is there anything here? Oh, just a music box. Ow! Yeah, I need to stop fooling around. Just continue on. Ooh, ow. I'm gonna activate Fortitude so I don't take too much damage from those things. Boom. Is there anything here? Nope, nothing. I think I have to go here. So the funny thing about this level is that you can't actually die if you move slowly enough because you'll keep regenerating. And the fire doesn't actually chase you. It spawns as you progress through the level. So there's actually no rush unless Wesp changed the thing. Now we have to go through here. Oops, jump. Oof. There we go. Let's crouch to avoid getting hit by the steam. Hey, steam! Valve! Cabin's trying to kill us. There we go. Go up here. And poof! We get zapped into this, in the real place. There it is. There's the pendant. And look, is that the Elizabeth Dane ship that we'll be going to in the next chapter? It is. Foreshadowing. It's really amazing how much stuff they added to this game for a second playthrough that you can notice if you know what you're looking for. Ding. All right, so now let's get out of here. There we go. Ooh. We did it, Reddit. We did it. We made it out of the haunted house. Alright, so now we go back to the sewers and back to the asylum. Clank. Fire normally something that is a big deal, but now it's more of a little pain. Is that in PNP or Bloodlines? Because like you don't. Oh, were you talking about the level? Because yeah. I really like how they designed that. Like that was a really good level design. Like it makes you think that oh no, I need to hurry, but actually no, you don't need to hurry. Would you become a vampire if you would be forced to be a Nazi if it was your only choice? I don't know. Most vampires really don't know what they're going into. And being a Nosferatu isn't really all that bad. I mean, like, when you meet Mitnick later on, the Nosferatu hacker, I mean, he wasn't good looking in real life, and he, what he does as a Nosferatu is pretty much what he used to do in real, when he was alive anyway, except he gets cool superpowers while doing so. It depends. I guess it depends. Like, I don't know if they changed the Nosferatu clan curse in V5, but in Vampire the Masquerade, their clan curse is just they look like monsters, but they're not actually monsters. In Requiem, their clan curse is that they're creepy. Whether that manifests physically or socially or supernaturally depends on the character. So you can have a Nosferatu who is stunningly beautiful, but creeps out everyone around her. Like there's even a bloodline of Nosferatu who are so beautiful, it's a curse. Like they're so unnaturally beautiful that it freaks out people around them. It does the opposite. I mean, live forever? It's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's nom this.
Did you miss me?
Yes, I missed you. I'm hungry. Where did we leave off? Oh, I remember now. Besides, there's obfuscate, so it's not really a big deal. You can change your appearance with obfuscate. And oh, there's a side benefit of becoming a Nosferatu. You are immune to flesh crafting. So if you get captured by Tzimisce, they can't deform you forever. Your curse actually forces you back into your original form. So that's a side perk of being a Nosferatu. Like, you remember that Tzimisce later on who has all these living furniture? That can happen to a vampire. So you can imagine an immortal vampire becoming a piece of furniture forever. For Nosferatu, give them a few hours and they'll revert back to their normal form. So yeah, I am an eternal optimist though, so it's not a big deal for me.
Not even a knock? I could have been undressing. And who knows what I would have had to do to you. You're here to see Her Royal Majesty Queen Victoria, aren't you?
Yeah, I need to see Therese.
Therese is out making a show of how well her lips fit on the pants seat of the Camarilla. Did you happen to find her chastity belt or something?
I'd rather discuss this with Therese.
So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her. Do you have it with you?
Pro tip, don't give it to her. I'm not giving it to anyone but Therese.
I'm not just some silly doll, All my life, my sisters made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she? That I couldn't tie my shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
No, please calm down.
She's always belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, it's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
I understand, but I still can't give it to you.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you?
Foreshadowing. I'm sorry to hear that, Jeanette, but I really need to give it to Therese.
Fine. You hold on to it. Since you are so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me?
What would put a smile on that face?
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city, and we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
A kindred to establish your own power clique. It's the race. For you, anything.
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery
Free weapon.
slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
I'm not going to steal charity money.
It's not what you think. Every pretty penny dropped in that box is going right into some other kindred's purse. You'd be crooking from a dirty steal.
Fine, I'll do it. Then you'll call off the feud, right?
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long.
I'd never intentionally keep you waiting, Jeanette. Goodbye.
Oh, and there was something about the paintings.
There was something about the painting. That's putting it mildly.
Oh well. Have fun, duckling.
I will.
All alone.
Oh yes, that is really, really putting it mildly. There is something wrong with the paintings. Let's go down. How much XP do I have? I have 4 XP right now. Do I want to pump strength? No, I'm gonna save it. Because there's actually a trick to instantly killing the blood creature. I don't know if it still works in this version. So we go to Gallery Noir in here. And we're gonna go walk through the front door because, you know, we're a Ventru. Just some guy just randomly burst forward. Oh, let's talk to this guy. It's Chunk!
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you are committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm gonna have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in.
Didn't you get the call? You know what, let's,
Huh? What call are you talking about there, Chief?
one of the artists pissed off the director, so I'm to pull their art from the show.
And who might you be then, Chief?
I'm the museum director's assistant. Think you can let me in?
Yeah? Does that pay well? Just taking one look at you, I'd say there's a lot of money in that line of work. Me, security's in my blood. My father's father, my 6 brothers. Yeah.
6
we're
brothers.
all keen on upholding the law.
That's
Magnum PI.
That's basically the excuse for why this guy still spawns in Venture Tower downtown, even if you kill him. That's great, but I also have a job to do.
Look, I'll let you in, but I'll be filing a 62A on this when I get back to the security station after my shift. Just so you're aware.
I'd expect that. Better file a 45B as well, just to make sure.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, who wouldn't file a 45B, huh? Everyone knows about 45B. Anyway, go ahead on in, and you have yourself a nice night.
See ya. Bluff.
Pleasure working with you, Chief. Remember, never let the stale, spongy cake of life keep you from getting to the tasty cream filling of success.
I'll take that to heart. Good night. Let's go in. Even other Dan fear the Malkavians. My loading time is too fast. God damn it. So let's grab this thing. Money. 250 gold. Alright, so let's equip the knife. So obviously these are this is basically the story of Cain, the first vampire. So it starts with Cain killing his brother. Next comes Cain being cursed with the 7-fold curse by God. He gets turned into a vampire. He then meets Lilith, a naughty person, and his dad's first wife. Or was it second wife? And then let me just equip Fortitude. He kills Lilith. Gasp! Let me see if this still works. It still. Oh, heck. Hold on. Command. E. Oh, it doesn't. It's. Ah, damn it. I need to try that again. Oh, did he nerf it? Oh, he fucking nerfed it. We're not fast enough. Let me try again. Oh, okay. Let me try again. Yeah, I can't seem to kill him with the thing, so he probably disabled it. Anyway, I'll just kill him normally. With the katana. I guess I need some presents too. And you know what? Fuck it, blood buff. You could, in earlier versions, you could cheese your way through this by using command to paralyze the Blood Guardian. And then using the instant kill attack to kill him. There we go. Yeah, she's the baby mama of vampires and demons. So I was in an anime convention once, and this lady was dressed up as Daenerys from Game of Thrones. And I asked her, "What are you dressed up as?" And she explained, "Yeah, I am Dany." And I told her, "So you're like the baby mama of dragons?" And apparently she had the song "Baby Mama" stuck in her head, so she started dancing. And she said, "Damn it, you got the song stuck in my head now." And I told her, "I'm so sorry," and by that I mean you're welcome. I don't know if Wes nerfed it, but I was in instant kill range and it wasn't working for some reason. I pressed the E button. Alright, so I guess let's eat Paige again.
I missed you. Did you miss me?
Terribly. Let me show you how sorry I am. So basically, there's no indication that this woman is actually Paige, Malcolm's, side weapon. But the Malkavian will refer to her as Paige. Like the Malkavian knows that this is Paige.
Hey, you.
Nom. Daddy's here to get a little more sugar. Oh no, I'm diabetic.
Wanna come play with me?
As I said, I do. Nom nom nom. Nom nom. Sandwich. Make me strong. Alright, there we go. Just 6 XP invested into subterfuge lets us refill for free in this entire area. That's really good. I don't have to hunt. I don't have to risk a Masquerade violation or the cops coming to shoot me. Ding.
You. What were you thinking?
The
museum. That was my event. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
Wait.
Shut up. I thought I could control my sister as long as Tongue was out of the picture, but nothing's changed. I should have expected that you'd succumb to Jeanette's influence like all the others, but how dare you!
I didn't do it, I swear.
Don't lie to me! Jeanette already confessed she tricked you into doing it. It was probably all Tongue's idea. I'll deal with them later. But that's still no excuse for you ruining my museum.
I swear I didn't do it. I even brought you the item from the Ocean House and a diary from there.
Excellent. I'll take that. However, Jeanette claimed you did it for her. Let's say I believe you.
I know, all the cheesy
you
lines.
acted decently and rationally up to now. I imagine you'd still like me to call off the feud.
Yes.
There's only one problem. If Tongue gets word that I threatened Jeanette, which he most certainly already has, it's not likely he'll believe me. So, in order to call off the feud, you're going to have to convince Jeanette to forgive me first.
For Santa Monica's most powerful kindred, I'd be happy to.
I made some threats against my sister. Idle threats, involving fire and her impious satin sheets. She took them quite seriously, and is avoiding me. I want to meet with her and explain that they were said in the heat of the moment. I asked her to meet me at the Surfside Diner to reconcile, but I'm busy with the club and my other endeavors. I'd like you to go to the diner and promise her that I don't plan to take any action against her. Wait for her in the back booth, near the phones.
I'll go. The feud is off.
I want to see my sister. Yes, I'll call it off once I've spoken with her myself. Just do what I ask.
I'll do. Alright, that's our next quest. But first, let's sell off our loot because we'll be, I guess, getting a free gun. Several free guns from that quest. I mean, if I were to ask someone out, I'd just be direct about it. And I wouldn't be going to bars anyway. The music hurts my ears. I don't drink and I don't smoke, so that pretty much bars me from most bars. I think the last time I asked someone out was, I told them, "Hey Jackie, I'm sad and lonely. Will you go out with me?" And she said, "I'd love to, Dale, but I'm married with 4 kids, so..." Ding. And the other time I told this person, "Sarah, I'm sad and lonely. Will you go out with me?" Blah, blah, blah. Something. She said, "Oh, I'm so flattered, Dale, but I'm getting married tomorrow." That sucks. The 2 of them are my friends still, though.
Crime scene. Gonna have to ask you to step back, please.
I wonder, can a Malkavian be hyper sane because it is seen as a form of insanity? No, by definition they are insane, but it doesn't have to be like this in Vampire Bloodlines. Like their speech in Vampire Bloodlines is deliberately weird because that's how their insanity manifests. But I mean, Sisters Voermann is a Malkavian. That's how her derangement manifests as her, you know, split personality Jeanette. I don't know who the real person is. Is it Jeanette or is it Therese? Or maybe there never really was, you know, or maybe she's just a combination of the two? What's going on here?
Some lunatic broke into the gallery and slashed up the paintings. Everyone's a critic these days, huh?
I just hope they catch the guy, person who did this. Bye now. Alright. But the way they did it in World of Darkness, it was more of a role-playing flaw. In Chronicles of Darkness, they actually have, like... Let's see, what is the Ventru Clan curse? I think, oh yeah, they have a much easier time losing humanity, I think, in 2nd edition. In 1st edition, they have a much easier time getting derangements.
Thanks for coming back. What you need?
I'd like to buy something.
All right, here's what we got today.
Let's sell this. I don't need that. I don't need that. You see what else we can sell. Sell. You can sell everything. There we go. I think I just have enough time left to finish off the last quests of Chapter 1 before heading on to the warehouse. And for that warehouse level, I will need a lot of stealth and a lot of security. So let me see. Yeah, Surfside Diner. I'll probably need Fortitude and I guess Brain Wipe. Yeah, Fortitude and Brain Wipe, so I can numb on them. Officer Chung is one of the community favorite, and yeah, he is. He's freaking hilarious. Like when does a bot blow up Venture Tower? There's like a huge blood stain on where Chunk normally sits. Like, oh no, he's fucking dead. But in reality, he was off that day. Like he had explosive diarrhea. Fortitude. Let's see, Brain Wipe. Oh heck, it didn't work? What the hell? I'm actually gonna die here. Oh, let's use a blood pack. Because I don't want to die. Oh wow, did he nerf the thing? Oh, I mean, did he like buff their guns? That did a lot more damage than I remember. Like, these guys were not a challenge before. Well, anyway. Holster, grab the shotgun, grab this piece. I almost died and had to reload. You didn't think they could cover the Sabbat well in this game? That's putting it mildly.
I'm terribly sorry about that. My sister was just furious about your refusal to take.
I mean, they did though. Like the Sabbat, the standard comic book villain vampire Sabbat. That's basically how most of them are. The vast majority of the Sabbat are cannon fodder, basically sent to try and rip down the Masquerade. Let me see. They're kind of like the Camarilla. Like they have a small core of elders, except that Camarilla marginally treats their neonates a lot better than the Sabbat. Basically, a neonate and the Sabbat, you're basically cannon fodder. It's a difference between lawful evil and chaotic evil. So now we're gonna persuade them to drop their feud with each other. Ironically, the Sabbat was created because back in the day, elders had a habit of blood bonding their neonates. And neonates discover, a lot of vampires discover that if they group blood bonded each other in what is called the Voldery, like they blood bond each other into packs, it shatters their existing blood bonds to their masters. And that allowed them to rebel against their masters and, take their own power. There she is! The reveal! The plot twist! Clarice and Jeanette are the same person.
I'm really sorry it had to end this way. I truly am. You seemed promising, but you've been tainted by the stink of my sister's schemes. And now I'm going to make sure she never double-crosses me again. Don't listen to her. She'll kill us both. Save me and I'll help you find Bertram. I swear. Shut up, Jeanette! I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me! I wasn't sticking my fingers in anyone's pie, dear sister. Of course you weren't. Just like you weren't working with him. Is it any different than the way you treated Father? Father? Oh, Therese. You poor deluded dear. I treated Father exactly the way he deserved to be treated. And he treated you like a... You don't say a word about Father. Your heart still belongs to Daddy after all these years, eh, sister? At least he loved me. You take that back, you bitch! You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
Why are you both fighting?
Isn't it obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant, backstabbing whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with Kine, no less? So despicable. So unclean. You're one to talk, dear sister. Or should I say Daddy's little girl? Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Jeanette. You'd love the world to think you're a saint. When you thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence, or you're dead.
Both of you, stop.
Don't you want to hear what happened? How she became the pillar of the community she is today? Shut up. Just shut up!
Stop it right now, both of you.
Don't try and stop me. I've had to overlook her treachery, her seduction, relations with my enemies, and the consequences of it. But I won't endure her any longer. Endure me? Dear sister, you've done everything you could to smother me. You love to bury me in your closet, along with all your other skeletons.
Well, if you're asking why she's against it...
You're the wicked one. You've done nothing but plot against me, when I had
It's because vampire bodies don't work like human bodies. They actually can't feel any pleasure from sex. Their bodies also don't work.
And this is how you repay me? Taking care of me. You've done nothing but keep me down. Blame me for every mistake. Did you expect me to let you rule my life until the end of time? No, sister. You've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me, you would have never survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life. and brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
If you both want to continue to exist, you're going to have to live with each other. So I love how the camera angle changes, so it her face looks the other way. So we're looking at the Therese side right now, and then the Jeanette side has the makeup on it and the ponytail.
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
Both of you have been working against the other. Together, you'd be a power.
I don't think that's possible. How could I ever think to trust her again? Trust me? Who could trust you after what happened with Father Dearest? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him.
That's all in the past. Forget about it.
Father came home drunk one day and mistook me for Therese. Because I'd fallen asleep in her bed. Don't listen to her. She's lying. Therese walked in while he was there, and she saw me lying with him, and so she went to the closet and pulled out his hunting shotgun, loaded it with deer shot, and blew his mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper. That's a lie. Father killed himself because of Jeanette. She made him miserable. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face.
No matter what happened, you two need each other to move on.
Why? How will this time be any different?
Because I don't think you could live without the other.
I'd be better off without her. Have you been paying attention? Oh, yes, Therese. Without me, you'd be free to remake this city in your own image. It'd be the first beachfront morgue.
Then you should do it because of the power working together would get you.
Therese doesn't like to share. Jeanette's irresponsible. She's undependable. A venture like mine requires class and distinction, which is something a pigtailed, face-painting harlot does not lend very well. You do have a way with words, sister. You're right. I'm not in the same class, am I? I mean, murderers are so respectful these days.
Therese, let Jeanette have more responsibility.
More responsibility? So that she can ruin every opportunity I give her? Of course. You're the only one who can secure zoning permits and shake hands. I'd never be able to keep up.
Jeanette, stop sabotaging your sister's plans.
But I only do it for attention and out of love. You do it because you're vindictive and jealous, and you deserve it.
If you'll call a truce and run this place equally, there's no need to kill each other.
If she would stop treating me like a child, if she would start behaving like a rational adult.
You both must have gotten along at one time.
Yes, there was a time. When I was a child, I didn't have many friends. I suppose Jeanette was the only one. We never did get to go out of the house much. Father wouldn't allow us. He said we'd get hurt, so we stayed inside and we imagined our own worlds. And we spent so much time there together, ruling over those places. Those were happier times, before we grew apart.
You don't really want to kill each other, do you?
I never did. No, I guess I don't. Jeanette, if I were to offer you equal control in Santa Monica, would you quit consorting with Tongue? I'll stop working against you with him. But since I've got him in my pocket already, there's no reason for me not to pay him a little visit once in a while, when he can be of use. That's not a bad plan. There's just one more thing. I want to be in charge of Santa Monica, but only publicly. I want you to continue to convince others that our relations are strained. That way, we know who our enemies are. I agree.
Give me the gun, Therese.
Take it. I'd hate to look at it again and think of what almost transpired. I suppose now that Jeanette and I have settled our differences, I'll call off the feud with Tongue. Bertram's hiding in an empty oil tank at the old gas station. I'll tell him to expect a visitor, and I'll ask him to be extra nice.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Please give Santa Monica's regards to the prince, and keep your tongue tied about what happened tonight, or we'll have to kill you.
Yeah, we successfully talked no Jutsu, Therese and Jeanette. For a lot of XP. 19 XP, yeah. Anyway, I've been streaming for about an hour and 30 minutes, and this looks like a good place to end it. Next stream, I'll be going to that place over there in the distance and talking to Bertram Tongue and going to the warehouse to blow it up. And that should lead us to meeting Beckett and starting chapter 2. Anyway, let's save the game. This is my third session, so let's see. New save. Oops. Elapsed current timestamp. Okay, new save game. Oh, heck. Okay. The Adventures of Toothy McBloodsucker 03. See, even the typing part, it won't even. I have to click OK instead of just enter to save the game. That sucks. Anyway, did I overwrite the autosave? No, I did not. All right, there we go. Anyway, I'll be streaming again tomorrow morning, same time, around 8 a.m. Central Time. And thanks for joining me, folks. And I'll see you some other time. Good morning.